guys, welcome back to the channel. As I said in the last video, for the rest of this week we're actually diving into NXT a little bit. There's a few specific ones that I hunted down. In particular, the very last one, there was a certain reason I hunted that one down that I'll explain in the next video. But for this one, if you followed the podcast for a while, you would have heard us talk about this superstar several times actually. We're actually both pretty big fans, and we're happy to see him go back to NXT. Now this figure is more from his original appearances in NXT, but he went back to NXT and has been doing a lot better. Some of his gimmicks before he went back were very much flops, and we were definitely on the podcast going, what the hell, WWE? Why is he not getting what he should? Because he is good. So, without any further ado, though, I am talking about Baron Corbin. By complete accident, the last video, Rey Mysterio here, was from Series 100, and Baron Corbin here is from Series 50. That was a complete accident. I did not do that on purpose. Happy little accident. So that'll be why the box kind of looks a little bit different than some of the others we've seen so far. This is some older packaging. Looks really nice. This is when SmackDown was called SmackDown Live. So this is probably right after his SmackDown debut, right after he left NXT. So I guess I'm a little off in saying it's NXT, but this is still more his look that he had originally in NXT and his original main roster debut. Before he shaved his head and went Happy Corbin, but now he's gone back to NXT and has been doing great. Loving what I'm seeing from that. So we'll see what happens next with him. All right, so we'll take a look at the box real quick, and then we'll get right to the meat and potatoes of the situation and get him out of this. So again, this was Series 50. I'm not sure what the packaging really was looking like before Series 50, right off the bat, but I'm sure they, changed it just a little bit, just like we saw with the Series 100 package. But on the side, we do have a portrait. Front, of course, we got Baron Corbin, got the Elite logo. Up here, we got the SmackDown Live logo and Elite across the top. And then right here, it says it includes entrance jacket. So it's kind of blatantly obvious since it's on him, but we'll accept it. We do have the portrait on the side, again with the SmackDown Live logo, and it says Baron Corbin down there. So on the back, it shows the rest of the figures in the series, and something else special with this series. Got a nice portrait of him and some stats. So I'll go ahead and read through that stuff, and then I'll explain the other figures in the series and explain to you why I probably won't be getting them. We'll see. But Baron Corbin, height 6'8". We'll try this again.
You got to make some blooper videos.
It's fine. You don't have to stop it.
I didn't.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and read the back real quick. So, Baron Corbin, height 6'8" tall, weight 275 pounds, from Kansas City. Ring attire. Okay, so this ring attire is from NXT TakeOver in Dallas, April 1st, 2016. His signature move, End of Days. Career highlight, 2016 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The other figures in the set are going to be From SmackDown Live, Shane McMahon, John Cena, and Rhino. And then from Raw, Stephanie McMahon. And then a Legends figure, Warlord. And if you was to collect all 6 of them, it builds a exclusive diorama. Now I don't know if I see the stand underneath him that's plastic. I don't know if the piece for the diorama is plastic or cardboard. I'm guessing it's going to be cardboard. But most of the rest of these figures have increased significantly in price. I did have to pay up for him a little bit, but not bad. Some of the rest of these I would be paying triple, if not more, than retail, and I don't necessarily get into doing that unless it's something extremely important for me to have in my collection. Which, as great as those figures are, none of those are that. So, I'm guessing behind the figure, behind the cardboard, is where the piece of diorama is. Like I said, the stand is down below. So we'll see if that's cardboard or what. Like I said, I've never had one of these. I can feel it moving. I've never had one of these Series 50s that have the diorama pieces, so I'm excited to see what we got going. So without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and do that now. All right. Looks great. I'm loving this jacket. We're going to go over some joints because I've already noticed some things, but we'll go over that here in just a second. I want to talk about the diorama real quick, which we already went ahead and put together. It actually came in 3 pieces. Let's see. I'm not going to do that. So this plastic piece and the little plastic stand were separate, and this piece and the cardboard piece was behind that red part, and like I said, the stand was down below. So they attached together like that, and then if you had the other pieces, they would go together all the way across, and it creates the performance center. Alright, so when they're all put together, they create, and this one's almost dead center of the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. But they create a performance center diorama basically. I'll bring the box up close, and you'll see the little picture of it it's on the front and the back. And one other thing I want to show you about the box real quick while we're talking about it. God bless it, that I just tore. Is there's instructions on how to put the diorama together on the side. So you can see when you open that side up, you can see those instructions, and then right on the front there's a picture of what the diorama looks like. It's kind of small, but that is what it would look like. Unfortunately, other than the diorama piece, the only accessories he came with is this entrance jacket. So I do think, just so we can get an idea of the tattoos that are on him, I want to try to take it off. I tell you what, if I get it off after the fact, I will put some pictures in at the end of the video, because this is not wanting to come off very easily. But I can tell you, he's got his arm sleeves. We can look on the inside of the chest, and his tattoo is there. So this is a very stiff vest. Usually the vests they include are not this stiff. Kind of surprised by that. Got a nice stiff elbow joint over here. Shoulder joints on that side feel fine. This elbow's a little bit loose, but it holds its poses, so nothing to complain about. Hip swivel is good. He does have ab crunch. He's not going to do it well in this. Hip joints are not too bad. They're a little looser than I would like. This knee joint for sure. I've got a bad feeling that if I was to do too much posing and playing with this figure, this knee joint would stop holding tight. Oh, so the top half of this double jointed knee is really good, but the bottom half is very much not. However, I was easily able to get him to stand up. Oh, he's got a loose ankle joint too. Oh, man, that is never a good sign. There we go. So, as excited as I was about this figure, I'm almost gonna have to give it a thumbs down, but I think I'll just go mid. He is missing weapon holder hands. He only has closed fist hands, so that's a bad point for it. But the joints in these legs and ankles really got me upset, because a loose joint in the shoulder, yeah, that's not going to be cool, but he'll still stand up. Loose joints in the knees and ankles means even with just standing on the shelf over a period of time, he will probably eventually just decide to fall over and knock about 5 other figures over at the same time. So, oh man. And this vest is a nightmare to get off from what I can tell. I honestly think to get it off, the arms and head are going to have to come off, because the way it's made, there's just not enough room for the arms to swivel backwards. And oh, wait a minute now. He has one weapon holder hand and one closed fist. So we didn't have extra hands at all. So we have incomplete hands. Man. So we sacrifice a lot to get this thing. We'll double check, make sure I didn't miss hands real quick. But I mean, no, there wasn't even a spot for extra hands. Not gonna lie, that's a little frustrating. I like symmetry, so I like, if I'm gonna have a closed fist, I want 2. If I'm gonna have a weapon holder, I want 2. But I guess that's 50-50, so at least he does have one weapon holder hand. So again, this is an older figure. Like I said, we just looked at Series 100, and that came out last year. So we can determine, I don't know if it tells me when this came out. So 2016, I believe, is when this one came out. So we're looking at 8 years ago. So it could just be because he's an older figure and he's set around. Could be cold and hot. Could be a difference in temperature, and that's why he's got loose joints. I don't know. If he was brand new, I would be blaming Mattel. But since we're looking at an 8-year-old figure, it may not be a quality control issue. So I will look it up and see if I can find a way to stiffen those up, because I really like this figure, and I really don't want to see him take a nosedive and take 5 other figures with him when he does it. But like I said, we sacrificed any other accessories by including this. If this was plastic, I might actually consider hunting down the rest of those and overpaying to try to complete it. But this part's cardboard and this part's flimsy plastic. Even the stand thing is really thin. And I don't have anywhere to display the full Performance Center set. It'd just be a video about it and then get put up in a box. So we're going to skip that. If I was to find a really good deal on the rest of the set, I would do that, and just to make a video about that diorama and show that to you guys. But for now, we're going to stick with Baron Corbin. I am happy to have Baron Corbin in the collection. I'm a little unhappy, to say the least, about the loose joints. The need to take the arms off for the vest is not a big deal. I just don't feel like fighting it on camera to pop them off, and then I break it, and you guys hear foul language a lot, because I'm going to be real upset if I break it. So Like I said, I'll probably work with that a little more off camera, and if I do get the vest off, I will include some images at the end. But for now, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notification bells. That way you'll be notified when the next one comes out. The next video, I assure you, is 100% NXT. This is 50% NXT because this attire is from an NXT TakeOver show, but they've got him as a SmackDown Live roster member. So, 50-50. But if you got that notification bell turned on, you will get notified on that next video. You will also get notified on Sunday, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time that the Gladiator Wrestling Podcast is live. You're going to want to come on over and join us in a discussion of the past, present, and future of professional wrestling. Have a lot of fun. It's a great time. Me and my partner will be on there just talking nonstop about professional wrestling. Make sure you follow us on all of our other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, and of course TikTok. Got to join us on TikTok. Check out our lives over there. We have a lot of fun over on TikTok as well. And last but not least, make sure whatever platform you find us on, any post or video, what have you, you see that we've made, go ahead and hit that share button for us and help spread the word. We'd greatly appreciate it. On your way out, check the description below for a couple of links. They are our partner links. One of them's for W Energy and one of them's for shopwwe.com. Check those out. Use those links. Go buy you some merch and some energy drinks. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Gladiator out.